Hi everyone, my name is Lucy and today we're going to be talking about one of my favourite things to chat about, which is skincare. Now there hasn't been too much skincare content on my channel. I've done like a skincare declare and I've done a couple of favourites here or there, but I've never focused on one brand in particular. And today I have one focus and one focus only, and that is the brand Tatcha. So in today's video, we're going to do sort of a broader look at the brand and just a little bit about Tatcha's background and history in general. And then I will be sharing some of my favorite products or what I think are the best products from Tatcha's range. So if you've never tried Tatcha before, or you're looking at Tatcha and you're sort of wondering what to pick up first or what to try and how to dip your toe into the brand, these are going to be my recommendations for that. I'm going to timestamp and link all of the products down below, so if you do want to just get to the part about a specific product, I totally understand because your girl likes to ramble. So grab a mug of tea, a glass of sparkling water, whatever suits your fancy, suits your season, and I hope you enjoy this video. So just a quick disclaimer for you guys, this video is not sponsored by Tatcha. I'm not being paid to make this video. So I just briefly want to go over kind of what my authority is, which it's very little. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm underselling myself, but I'm always like, well, better to err on the side of self-deprecating in case someone like takes my advice and goes horribly wrong. I used to work as a skincare specialist, so that was a retail position, but it was a specialist within that retail sphere. So that means if someone came into the store and had specific questions about skincare or wanted a skin consultation or talk about their routine, or maybe they had some like kind of curveball questions that would be a little bit trickier, I was kind of the go-to gal for that. I was trained across like other departments as well, but skincare was like my ride or die, and it was the area that I was most passionate about as well. I really still do feel really strongly about skincare and I love it so much. I find it so interesting and the science. And do you see like why I sort of told you I was gonna ramble? So I made notes. Made notes on my phone just so I can kind of, you know, keep on track. So with that said, yeah, I just want to make it very clear, I'm not an esthetician, I'm not a dermatologist, I did not do a beauty therapy course. I'm just incredibly passionate about skincare, and that was kind of just like my general area of expertise. So that's kind of my deal. And subtle plug for my Instagram, if you guys do want to chat about skincare and you want me to be that friend for you where you are kind of like picking between moisturizers or you're not sure what you want to add into your routine, send me a DM at lucy.livin and let's chat skincare. So a little brand overview about Tatcha for those of you who are new to the brand and don't know a lot about it. So Tatcha was founded by Vicky Sai after she went on a life-changing trip to Kyoto in Japan. At the time, Vicky was suffering from a skin condition called dermatitis that she had been told was pretty much incurable. Vicky then had the opportunity to start spending some time with geisha in Kyoto. And initially when she was spending time with them, she saw them with their iconic geisha makeup, so the very white face paint and the red lips. After some time and as she got to know them, she got the opportunity to meet them outside of them wearing their makeup. And she noticed that they had some of the most beautiful skin she had ever seen. And that's when she was introduced to the very traditional methods and ingredients and rituals of traditional Japanese skincare. And so she started using these ingredients and methods and her dermatitis was cured. And that is how Tatcha was born as a brand. So a lot of the ingredients and formulas and steps you see from Tatcha are based on these centuries, if not thousands of years old, skincare practices from Japan. The brand really emphasizes the ritual of skincare and the importance it has in relation to self-care. And I personally really identify with that because for me, taking the time in my day to really care for my skin is like quite a literal way of spending time to take care of myself. One thing that I just want to mention that I think is really cool about the brand that I think you guys might find really cool as well is this. So if you buy a Tatcha product, inside the lid of the Tatcha product, you can see this little guy. Beautiful faces, beautiful futures. Your purchase supports girls' education. So when you buy Tatcha products, you are also supporting Room to Read, which is an organization that supports women's education in developing countries, which I think is very cool. And I believe as a brand now, Tatcha has given 4 million days of women's education, which is really cool. I'm sure for both their Room to Read program and their general history and brand overview you can find on their website, but I just wanted to briefly touch on it just so we kind of have we're just like establishing some context before I just like go nuts on product reviews. Speaking of which, let's go nuts on product reviews. So let's jump and talk about some of my favorite Tatcha products and my recommendations to you if you have never tried Tatcha before, or you have tried Tatcha and you want to try something else. Like, these are my faves. So I'm just going to go through a couple of honorable mentions. So the first one I want to talk about is the essence. I would describe the essence from Tatcha as the kind of core of the range, although I don't feel like it's talked about as much as some of their other products. And the reason that I feel this way is because the essence is really just the Hadase 3 complex. So the essence is entirely made up of, as in like 100% of the ingredient list, is the Hadase 3 complex, which is Tatcha's blend of red algae, green tea, and I believe it's Okinawan black rice. So this is a really antioxidant rich mix, but they've also fermented it to create the complex, which, you know, when you ferment anything really, whether it's like sauerkraut to actual skincare ingredients, you're enhancing the qualities of it, you're distilling it down and making it more powerful. I think like sauerkraut or kimchi are probably a better way to describe it. Like when that's freshly made, it has a lighter taste, but after you let it ferment, it's got a stronger taste and it has better probiotics and bacteria for you. So similar kind of principles apply with skincare. So with those ingredients, they have fermented them down to make a skincare super mix. As an ingredient type, fermented ingredients and products with fermented ingredients in them are some of my favorite to incorporate into my routine, because I feel like, for me anyway, when I use them, I get this like otherworldly Kate Blanchett in Lord of the Rings glow. I'm not sure if they have the Hadase complex in every single product, but the vast majority of them have this fermented complex in it, which is just... So the essence is similar in texture to other essences if you've tried before. If you haven't tried an essence before, they're very watery. They're basically like water. But the thing is that this isn't water, it's the complex. So it's not a bottle of water with some like good ingredients in it. It's all that complex, which is amazing. And so when you pat a little bit on your hands and you pat it into your face, it helps all of your other skincare absorb in better. So if you think of like a dry sponge versus a wet sponge, if you have a slightly damp sponge and you need to clean something up, it's gonna suck it up way better than a dry sponge could, right? You feel me? I have a very chaotic and exuberant way of explaining things to people, so I'm like so sorry if you ever like met me in my old job but I just like terrorized you. The essence is basically 100% that good juice. I personally haven't been able to use a whole bottle of it, so I'm not confident in giving like a full review on it, as well as the fact that with essences they are more of a long-term type of product, so I would have to use it like over a period of time to tell you if it made a difference or not. If you have never used an essence before, you should use one. It truly, like for me, starting to use essences and fermented products was like a huge game changer in my skin. The Tatcha one obviously is a really beautiful one, and again, if you've never tried one before and you try the essence from Tatcha, I think you'll be in love. And I do want to make a quick mention that some of the Tatcha products do have fragrance in them, which again, I'm rarely irritated by fragrance, but for those of you who are, the essence is non-fragranced, no extras, no nothing. It's literally just the Hadase 3 complex. It's a really beautiful, simple product that is literally just like 100% that good. So, good stuff. Is that an ice cream machine? Ice cream trucks that play Greensleeves as their jingle, like... The lyrics of Greensleeves are like, alas my love, you do me wrong. Like I'm pretty sure it's about someone like getting revenge on his lover or just being like a sad boy. Oh, it was Lady Greensleeves. Her name... If any of you guys watch Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, season 3, ice cream trucks, am I right? So my next honorable mention product is the Tatcha water cream, and I'm kind of a little bit nervous about talking about this one because I know so many people are like ride or die for this moisturizer, and I can see why. The cream basically turns into water when you rub it on your skin, and like as you rub it on your skin, these little tiny like little bubbly boys burst, and it feels like so cooling and refreshing. Like really, like the formula is unlike anything I've tried. I have not been able to find anything like it. So when it is safe to do so, and if you can, you should definitely try and feel this Tatcha water cream because it's beyond. That said, it just didn't get along with my skin. Like my skin just didn't jive with it. And that's totally fine. There are so many things that I learned in my old job where I was a skincare specialist, but one of the main things that I took away was that just because something doesn't work for you doesn't mean it's not amazing for someone else. There is no way that every product from every single brand in the world is going to work on you. And yeah, I gotta say, I was a little sad when it didn't, you know, work for my skin like I hoped it would. My skin just didn't jive with it, but it's kind of just a trend that my skin has with those really like light gel cream textures. Formulas that are in a similar bucket to the water cream, my skin just doesn't love as much as it does with richer, creamier creams. But yeah, for my skin type, which is tending towards a little bit dry and dehydrated, that category of like very lightweight gel creams just tend not to work for me as well as they would for someone else. When you're like a skincare junkie like me and you hear everyone talking about something, you do like really want to like it as well. If you rub the water cream on like a glass surface, you can see condensation. Like the science, the mind power of the formulators, I can't comprehend, but it just didn't work for me. But that is totally fine because there are some other moisturizers, which I'll talk about in a little bit, that are from the Tatcha range that work really well for me. If you have an oilier skin type, or if you happen to live in a particularly humid climate where like the moment you wake up in the morning you just feel like sticky and you just want something super lightweight and not to have a lot on your skin, I would definitely recommend the water cream. Otherwise, if you are like kind of on the drier side, I think you could still try the water cream and see if it gets along well with you, but you would probably find, like how I found, I did feel like I had to layer it just to get to that layer of hydration that I was looking for. And that's why I ended up preferring some of the other creams from the range. Those are my two like honorable mentions of things that I have like tried, but like can't like fully say that I can like rave about them just because I haven't tried them for long enough, or they weren't like really perfect for my skin type. I just wanted to mention them because I think they're cool, and if you haven't tried them, I would definitely recommend you looking into them. So the first product I would like to recommend to you guys is this little cutie, and this is the Tatcha blotting papers. In all honesty, they're just really nice little blotting papers. They're really chic and cute to have in your makeup pouch. They have little gold flecks in them, which is super cute. Let me just pull one out. You can see the little flecks of gold in them. I'm just an oily little gremlin in need of a blot. So fun fact, if you didn't know, this is the very first Tatcha product. So this is the first thing in their range with these blotting papers, and they're actually made from abaca leaf, which is the same type of leaf and material that they use to press gold leaf in Japan. I think it's just a very cool historical type of makeup piece. It's literally just the leaf with the little bits of gold in it. There's no like powder or fragrance or anything on them like I guess some blotting papers have. I just think they're neat. I'm like that Marge Simpson meme where I'm like, I just think they're neat. I also just think that this is a really nice gift to give someone who is into beauty and you just want to give them something to kind of like have in their makeup pouch. They're just like a very special version. They're just a very special type of blotting paper. You know, you have your regular blotting papers and then you have the gold standard. Because there's gold flecks in, yeah, anyway. I just think they're really cute, and they're really good blotting papers. They're quite large as well, so you can get like a really solid blot out of them. I feel like other blotting papers I have to use like 4 of them. I'm not like an overly oily individual, but I am quite dewy, and sometimes the dewiness goes to a level beyond the dewy that I'm comfortable with. But I feel like usually, yeah, just with one of these papers I can do a full touch up, and then it's very nice. So I just dropped them. I try so hard to be sophisticated in these videos, but you all know that I'm a massive gremlin woman, so, you know. The facade was up for long enough, but there we go. So those are the blotting papers. Here we have what I consider to be the sleeper hit of the Tatcha range. She's perfect, she's beautiful, she's amazing, her mind, it's powerful. It's the Indigo Cream. The Indigo Cream is made with colloidal oatmeal and indigo. Indigo was actually historically used in the dyeing of samurais' clothes under their armor, so that the idea was that the indigo had healing properties and could, you know, speed up their little samurai injuries quickly. And I remember when I heard that, like when I heard that was the reason that the indigo was in the product, I was like, okay, like sure, Tatcha. But no, there is actual like scientific backing that indigo has anti-inflammatory properties. Another thing which is really soothing and healing is colloidal oatmeal. So if you've ever taken an oatmeal bath before because you've had like a skin condition, it's very much like having a very fancy oatmeal bath for your face. Both of the active ingredients in this product are at levels that are considered effective. Again, in working in skincare, a lot of the times the hype ingredients or the ingredients that are shouted out as kind of like points of interest in the marketing are like way down the bottom of the ingredient list. So much so that you're pretty sure that they're not really going to be doing anything in the formula. If you have a condition like dermatitis or rosacea, or your skin is just generally more prone to being sensitive and you find that you have a lot of periods of your skin being quite sensitive, I would really recommend you to try this out. About a year ago, I had a very random and sudden skincare reaction where my skin was like super rough and felt like paper, and that was like not fun. Basically only used this as a moisturizer and a lot of it, and my skin cleared up in like a couple of days, and like the redness and the soreness and the itchiness, it was all gone. So from that experience, I'm just like, you got me. And I would just like to report that I am like entirely out, and I don't know why I'm holding on to it. I think I'm in denial that I'm not out of it. It smells amazing. It's fragrance free, but it's just got like a really nice calming oaty, porridgey kind of scent, which I really like. And I also just want to mention that I have been trying to find like a replacement or something similar, and I have not found anything super similar yet. So there is a very high probability that I will be repurchasing this in the near future because it's so good. My next guest needs no introduction. This is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I don't think I really need to talk in depth about this. I feel like it's a very self-explanatory product. It's a hydrating, moisturizing, dewy mist for the skin. I do want to say though that you do see a lot of people using this as a setting spray, and they use like 30 sprays. The mist on this is super duper fine, but you actually only really need 3 spritzes, but you just don't hold it so far away from your face. When I'm wearing makeup, I just like to do 2 on my cheeks because I do tend to get a little bit of shine in my T-zone. So that is how I like to wear it on top of makeup. Like I know at the moment I'm not wearing makeup every day. I'm often just having skincare days. So this is just like a nice thing to refresh with if you're feeling a little bit dry. When travel is back to normal, going on long haul flights and stuff like that, if you work in an aircon environment or if you're in home and you have the aircon on a lot, this is what this is really great for. Because it is an emulsified oil and water formula, if you are on the oilier side and you spritz this on top of your makeup, you may find that it does kind of accelerate the breakdown of your makeup if you aren't particularly like prepping for longevity. So just use it sparingly, or just make sure that you are thinking about your makeup longevity when you use this. And if you finish your Tatcha skin spray, do not throw it out the bottle. It is recyclable, but don't throw it out. Refill it with another mist that you like, or even just water, because it is such a beautiful fine mister. It's amazing. So those are my feelings on that. This is the Dewy Skin Cream. I'm about to make a bold statement here for my channel, so get ready. I think that this is my favorite daily moisturizer that I've tried so far. It's hard to really break down perfection, but I'm gonna try. So when it comes to, you know, moisturizing your skin, there is hydration and oil in skincare. So hydrating things would be like hyaluronic acid, and oil would be oil. No, but they're the 2 kind of like the pillars of moisturizers, and some people prefer more of one and some people prefer more of the other. This is my perfect balance for my skin. So when I'm looking at the ingredients list for this, there's water, which is like standard. Water is 99% of the time the first ingredient you find in any skincare product. But then you have the hard to say 3 complex that we talked about earlier. So that's way up there. We're on track for glow. I'm excited. And then there is glycerin and squalane. And squalane is another ingredient that my skin gets along really well with. Squalane is an ingredient that is naturally found within our skin. So when you are a baby and you have those big like chubby cheeks and your skin's like super bouncy, it's because you just have like the highest amount of squalane that you'll ever have in your skin. And then it kind of like goes down over time, but like squalane. And fun fact, the plant-derived squalane comes from olives. Fun. Compared to something like the water cream, the texture is just a little bit more thick. I can apply this on clean skin and my skin just looks really dewy and healthy. So even when I have days where I'm quite short on time, which because of my preference for sleep. I can trust this to do the heavy lifting in my morning skincare routine, and it's like, we done. I haven't found too much like it, and I feel like other things that I've tried to give a similar effect on the skin feel really heavy and very weighty and overwhelming and suffocating on the skin. This does not feel that way. And as a side note, the fragrance of it is really nice. This one does have fragrance in it, so if you are sensitive, something to know. It smells actually a lot like their camellia oil, which is another one of their products which I haven't really tried, but I have like tested on my hand. It smells just very luxe, but not overwhelming. It's not like super powdery or anything like that. It's a really nice scent, and I would wear it as a perfume. I haven't dipped into this yet, because I want to try and finish up some other moisturizers that I'm trying out, but I want to use it so badly because I know how good it is. So yeah, Dewy Skin Cream, highly recommended. Probably my favorite Tatcha product I've tried. So worth it. It's incredible. So now I'm going to talk about one of Tatcha's sheet masks. There's this one, which is the Luminous Dewy Skin Mask, and I believe there's another one that I haven't tried, which I think is the firming one. Don't quote me. These are the Dewy Skin Masks, and these I would basically describe as the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, but a sheet mask. I have a couple of these floating around in my stash, and I do tend to use them sparingly because they are, you know, they're a little pricier than your regular average sheet mask. That said, when I do use them, they are a really lovely treat. I would kind of describe it like, you know, I like to eat chocolate. I like chocolate, as I'm sure many of you do. And like, you know, you can have chocolate like pretty often, but every now and then you like splurge on the nice chocolate, and it's chocolate, but it's just a little something extra. You eat it and you're just like, and you think about it afterwards and you're like, man, that was really chocolate. Like it really did that. The material of it is really fine and silky, and it has a lot of essence in it. And that's like the main thing that I like would say to people, like why I like these masks, is there's so much extra essence in it. Like you can do your décolleté, you can do your arms, your legs, the back of your neck, and then you would still have a little bit left over for another thing. So if you want to like kind of like fold the top over and like keep the extra essence, like I'm not going to tell anyone. I think that's just being smart. Definitely a little bit pricier than your average sheet mask, but you are getting, I would say, good bang for your buck. It has the hard to say 3 complex, camellia seed oil, squalane, glycerin, a whole bunch of really nice root extracts, royal jelly extract, ginseng extract. It's not just like a bunch of like random extracts and stuff like that. It is like a really lovely, well thought out, very nice sheet mask that for like a self-care Sunday or like a treat yourself Wednesday or whatever, it is very nice. You know, a gift of some really lovely quality sheet mask is like a really nice gift to give someone. Actually, coming up on Mother's Day, that's a really nice gift if your mum's into skincare, or if you just want to treat her. Something like this is like a really nice gift. So I really do like these masks. I need to use them. Like I kind of just, I don't know about you guys, when I have something nice, I like want to save it, but there's no point in me just like letting it sit there. So I should use them, and then if I really love them, I can always buy them again. So yeah, these are really nice treat. Alrighty, now we have the Violet Sea Radiance Mask. This mask is a really great all-rounder, I would say. If you don't have a lot of masks in your repertoire and you want to put something into your routine that, you know, really like treats your skin and has like a nice mix of different things, I think this is a really great one, because I think a lot of masks do individual things well. You know, they're really great for exfoliating, or they are brightening, or they're soothing, or whatever. I think this one does a couple of things really nicely. So this mask has 2 types of vitamin C, one for a more immediate brightening effect, and one that, you know, it's doing some low-key work on the long term. It also has some naturally derived AHAs, so they're fruit enzymes, so they're not going to be as strong as a glycolic or a lactic, but you know, they just do a little munch of your dead skin cells, which I realize may not be like an appealing thing, but to me, I'm like, oh, munch them up, buddy. Have a little snack. Snack on that little bit like in between my nose and my cheek, you know, the bit where it's like right there, and I'm like, snack it up. I'm a gross woman. It also is a clay mask, so clay is one of the main ingredients as well, but unlike your typical clay masks where after you apply them and you wait you feel like it's dry and cracking and crumbling, it's still usually tacky to the touch. So it's not a drying mask at all, but the clay is in there to kind of still like purify and like kind of pull all that gunk out of your skin. Much like other Tatcha products that I've talked about, I do really like using this mask in my routine because it does feel like a nice pick-me-up. It's kind of like a good all-rounder. So there are definitely some masks that I go to if I'm looking for more intense immediate exfoliation, or, you know, if I'm breaking out and I want like a more intense like attack on those guys. I do have masks for that. But in terms of just like, I want to put a mask on, I want to treat myself, I want to look a little bit nicer before I put my makeup on or whatever, this is a really great mask for that. So if you are looking to incorporate a mask into routine that does a little bit of exfoliation, a little bit of hydration, a little bit of purifying with some of that clay good, a little bit of brightening with that vitamin C, this does all that in a really nice, gentle way. And it also smells like marshmallows, which is delightful. It's nice, and you actually get quite a few more uses out of it than you would think. I've used this like, I would say like 8, 9, 10 times, and I've still got like quite a decent amount left in there. I can't say that I've been able to track the long-term benefits from the vitamin C from this product specifically, because I do use a dedicated vitamin C product in my routine. So like if I am going to see results, I would attribute it more likely to that. And I also I like to switch up my masks and change them up. So I wasn't using this every single, you know, Wednesday night for like 10 weeks in a row, so I can't speak to that. It is more of just like a general like skin pick-me-up for me, but I think it's a very nice one at that, and I think it's also gentle. So if you find that you're also quite sensitive to a lot of masks, some of them are like very intense, this one should be no problemo for you, but always patch test. Alrighty, and the last product I have spoken about on my channel before. I've probably spoken about a few of them before, but this one I have definitely spoken about, and this is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. So this product is actually inspired by this wax layer that geishas put in between their skin and the white face paint to kind of like seal in all of the skincare that they've done and protect their skin from the makeup on top of it. One thing you should probably know about me is that I'm not a die-hard primer user. Okay, I don't feel the need to use primer every day. It's just not a step that I necessarily feel is necessary. This is one of the very few primers that when I don't wear it, I'm like, I didn't use Silk Canvas today. I feel like the way that this product works is very much aligned with its inspiration, if that makes sense. So the, you know, the inspiring product that I mentioned, with a lot of primers for me that are like mattifying or like pore filling, or, you know, just like silky kind of primers, my skin just doesn't really get along well with them, and I feel like at the end of the day my skin is a little bit irritated. I can just feel it. I can just feel it deep in my sea cucumbers that that primer just didn't do good things, and so as a result I kind of like, unless they're the hydrating like glowy type of primers like strobe cream and things like that, I tend to avoid primers. But this one, it's different. A lot of primers are designed to kind of like change the finish of your skin. So they're either gonna like mattify your skin, or they're going to make your skin like really glowy and dewy. This just makes your skin look healthy, and it has almost like a soft focus effect. A good way to see the effect of this primer in person is to literally test it on your hands and have it on one hand and not the other, and you will realize that one of your hands is just way hotter than the other hand. I would show it to you, except my camera is not high res enough to show that, and it just won't translate. But I swear, it's cool. And I know there are ones that are similar in terms of like the general effect. I've heard of like the dupes and stuff like that, but I really do think that the Tatcha one has the skincare benefits that the others don't, and that's why I lean towards it, and it's like worth it to me. So those are all the products, which means that this video is wrapping up. That's my video, kind of my little overview slash like what to buy, my favorite products from Tatcha. I hope this is helpful to you guys, whether you're trying Tatcha for the first time, or you're trying to figure out what to get from them, or you just want to listen to my droning Australian voice. You're welcome. Hopefully I delivered on at least one of those things. I've been wanting to make this video for a while. Skincare is something I'm really passionate about. I love researching it. I love talking about it. I love testing it. It's very, very fun to me. So if you did enjoy this video, it would really mean a lot to me if you left a like, so I know that this is the kind of content that you guys enjoy, and I know to keep on making it. Let me know if you've tried Tatcha before, what is your favorite product from the brand, and if you haven't tried them before, what product are you keen to try? Don't forget to subscribe for more of this, because there's more of it existing and there is more to come. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!